Advice that I would like to provide is to make sure that you know within yourself who you are and to not allow others to redefine you. This sounds very odd because you cannot control what others do. If they wish to redefine you, they're going to do it anyways. However, you have control over how you choose to define you, and it would be your responsibility to stay true to how you define you. What do I mean by that? I'll give you an example. Well, I'll give you two actually. First is with the perpetrator. The perpetrator wanted to redefine me as just abominable, just evil. They wanted to put what they were onto me and take my qualities and put my qualities onto them. Right? So it's a perception switch that they wanted to do. And for myself, I was not going to take the bait. I was, and still am, very secure in who I am, something that these perpetrators feared, I presume. That's why they tried so hard to break me down. And I refused. Whenever they were talking about me, they would talk around me. They were too cowardly to actually come and find out whether it was true or not. And most likely, they knew it wasn't going to be true. That's the reason why they never came to know. They had their own agenda. So they redefined me to further their abuse. The other thing I noticed is when I would inform my supervisor about the situation, my supervisor would try to define me based on whatever they were going on in their lives. So my supervisor mentioned that, they had anxiety, and then they proceeded to project their issues onto me by stating that I have anxiety too. Now, it may be true in that situation that I did have anxiety, given what I was going through at the workplace, but generally I'm not an anxious person. But the way that the supervisor was trying to place it was that I'm just generally an anxious person, and that it may be triggering other teammates as a result. Despite the fact that the supervisor was well aware, because I did tell her, that the teammates were creating a lot of issues that caused the anxiety. So in situations like this, you really got to stand up for yourself and state what it is. Doesn't mean standing up and fighting in a verbal combat, but just reminding yourself that you are not what these people perceive you to be. That if you are anxious, if you are feeling angry, if you are feeling drained, it's not a flaw on you due to your personality. It's based on the context of the situation. I'm sure that if the situation was harmonious and if respect and dignity was reciprocated, then the anxiety would not be there. The frustration and the draining of energy would not be there. So to keep that in mind, and stay tuned for other videos